Cheers looked like comfort television, a warm bar, familiar faces, and a place where everybody knew your name. But behind the laughter was a production constantly on the edge of collapse. The show survived brutal ratings, network interference, addiction, death, feuds, and creative standoffs that could have ended it at any moment. What viewers never saw was the chaos behind the bar. These are the 20 secrets Cheers kept hidden for decades. Secret 1. Frasier Crane was only meant to last 6 episodes. When Kelsey Grammer joined Cheers in Season 3, his contract was for 6 episodes only. Frasier Crane was designed as a temporary obstacle between Sam and Diane, an intellectual foil meant to disappear quietly, but audiences responded immediately. His insecurity, arrogance, and emotional volatility stood out. Fan mail flooded NBC, and producers realized they had accidentally created something special. Frasier stayed for the rest of the series, and later became the lead of one of television's most successful spin-offs. Secret 2. Cheers premiered as the lowest-rated show on television. In September 1982, Cheers debuted to disastrous ratings, 77th out of 77 shows. NBC executives viewed it as a failure almost immediately. Viewers didn't understand the ensemble format, and the humor felt too subtle compared to broader sitcoms of the era. Every week, cancellation discussions grew more serious. Only one executive fought for its survival, believing quality would eventually win. Secret 3. Coach was dying while still filming. Nicholas Colasanto, who played Coach, was suffering from severe heart disease during Season 3. Only producers knew. He chose not to tell the cast, refusing sympathy or special treatment. As his condition worsened, he forgot lines and struggled physically. Directors adjusted scenes quietly. Writers unknowingly turned his real confusion into comedy. When Colasanto died in 1985, the cast was devastated, realizing they had worked beside a dying man without knowing the truth. Secret 4. Sam Malone's iconic hair was completely fake. Ted Danson had been balding since his early 20s. Sam Malone's thick, effortless hair was actually a custom-made hairpiece applied before every episode. It was meticulously maintained under hot studio lights and physical comedy. The illusion never failed. Audiences never noticed, and the secret stayed intact for over a decade. Danson later admitted the hairpiece saved the character. Sam's sex appeal was essential, and without it, the role might not have worked at all. Secret 5. Shelley Long and Ted Danson privately disliked each other. Sam and Diane's chemistry felt electric, but behind the scenes, Shelley Long and Ted Danson clashed constantly. Long was intensely serious and demanded precision. Danson preferred improvisation and a relaxed approach. They avoided socializing and grew increasingly distant. Ironically, their real frustration fueled the authenticity of their arguments on screen. Directors sometimes leaned into the tension, knowing irritation produced better performances. Their love story worked precisely because it wasn't comfortable. Secret 6. The Cheers bar could never exist in real life. Cheers bar feels realistic, but architects confirm it's impossible. Rooms occupy space that doesn't exist. Staircases lead nowhere. The pool room would sit outside the building entirely. The set was designed for camera movement, lighting, and efficiency, not realism. Secret 7. NBC wanted Diane fired after Season 1. Focus groups hated Diane Chambers. Viewers found her pretentious, arrogant, and irritating. NBC executives demanded Shelley Long be fired after Season 1 and replaced with someone more likable. The creators refused outright, threatening to quit the show entirely. They argued Diane's flaws were the joke. NBC backed down reluctantly. Over time, audiences understood the intent, and Diane became one of television's most iconic and divisive characters. Secret 8. Kelsey Grammer was arrested multiple times during production. While portraying the refined and educated Frasier Crane, Kelsey Grammer battled serious addiction. He was arrested multiple times for drunk driving and drug-related offenses. Some days he missed rehearsals because he was in jail. Writers scrambled to reduce his screen time during absences. NBC repeatedly considered firing him, but Frasier tested too well with audiences. The show quietly accommodated his chaos to keep one of its most popular characters alive. Secret 9. Shelley Long felt trapped and wanted to leave. By season 3, Shelley Long wanted out. She felt Diane had reached a creative dead end and wanted to pursue film roles. NBC refused to release her contract. She stayed reluctantly, growing isolated from the cast and counting episodes until freedom. When her contract ended after season 5, she left immediately, declining all offers to return. The decision damaged relationships permanently, but gave her the escape she desperately wanted. Secret 10. The real Cheers bar was never paid by the show. The Bull and Finch pub in Boston provided the exterior shots for Cheers, but never gave permission and never received payment. As the show exploded in popularity, tourists flooded the bar expecting to see the sitcom interior. Owners capitalized by selling merchandise, renovating the space, and eventually renaming it Cheers. They made millions from the association, despite having no official involvement with the production itself. Secret 11. The theme song nearly didn't make it. Producers initially disliked Where Everybody Knows Your Name. They felt the lyrics were too obvious and sentimental. Several alternatives were tested, including instrumentals, but none worked. Test audiences overwhelmingly loved the song, ranking it higher than any other element of the pilot. Secret 12. George Wendt gained about 70 pounds during the series. When Cheers began, George Wendt was heavy, but over 11 seasons, he gained roughly 70 pounds. The weight gain wasn't planned. It came from stress, long hours, and constant access to food. Producers tried hiding it early on, then embraced it through jokes. Privately, Wendt struggled with health concerns and public commentary. Norm Peterson became iconic, but the physical cost was very real. Secret 13. Woody was cast to be the complete opposite of Coach. After Nicholas Colasanto's death, producers refused to replace Coach directly. Instead, they cast Woody Harrelson specifically because he looked and acted nothing like him. Woody Boyd was tall, young, naive, and innocent. His ignorance came from lack of experience, not confusion. The strategy worked. Audiences accepted Woody as a new character rather than a replacement, and Harrelson became a breakout star. Secret 14. Studio audiences often didn't laugh at the jokes. Cheers' humor relied on character development and long-term storytelling, which confused live studio audiences. Many jokes landed in silence. Editors relied heavily on artificial laugh tracks in post-production. The cast knew which laughs were real and which were added. Despite this disconnect, critics praised the writing. The show aged better than it played live, rewarding attentive viewers over time. Secret 15. Rhea Perlman's pregnancies constantly disrupted filming. Rhea Perlman was pregnant 4 times during Cheers. Each pregnancy required creative camera angles, props, and wardrobe adjustments. Continuity suffered as Carla's appearance changed dramatically between episodes meant to take place days apart. Directors often framed her behind the bar or shot close-ups only. Despite the logistical nightmare, Perlman remained essential to the show's chemistry and never lost her comedic edge. Secret 16. Sam's womanizing was quietly reduced after complaints. Early, Sam Malone was aggressively promiscuous, sleeping with a new woman almost every episode. Viewer complaints, especially from women, piled up. Producers gradually softened Sam's behavior, shifting him toward emotional vulnerability and long-term relationships. The change was subtle, but permanent. Sam in later seasons was far less predatory and far more human, reshaping him into a romantic lead audiences could root for. Secret 17. Kirstie Alley was the third choice to replace Diane. 2 actresses turned down the role of Rebecca Howe. Kirstie Alley accepted with no creative demands. Instead of playing Rebecca as cold and competent, she infused insecurity and desperation into the character. Her interpretation reshaped storylines and made Rebecca sympathetic. Alley won an Emmy and became essential to the show's later years, proving the third choice was actually the perfect one. Secret 18. The cast held a secret intervention. One main cast member's alcoholism became severe enough to threaten production. Rather than involving NBC, which would have ended the actor's career, the cast staged a private intervention. The actor agreed to seek help during a hiatus. The problem never fully disappeared, but the intervention kept the show intact. The cast has never publicly revealed who it was. Secret 19. The series finale was rewritten multiple times. Early finale drafts reunited Sam and Diane permanently, or had Sam sell the bar. Both ideas were rejected by writers and cast. The final version, Sam staying behind the bar, choosing the life he knew, was selected just days before airing. Secret 20. Cheers almost continued, without Sam Malone. NBC wanted a 12th season without Ted Danson. The plan involved Woody managing the bar. The remaining cast unanimously refused. They believed Cheers without Sam wasn't Cheers at all. Their solidarity forced NBC to end the series on its own terms, preserving its legacy instead of stretching it into decline. Loyalty mattered more than money. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden stories behind iconic shows like Cheers, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive into television history.